So we have our mounted casts, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this off for now and put this aside. And we're going to start with our cast, and we've got our teeth. So we're going to get a sheet of wax again, just like before. We're going to turn this into a nice wax ball. Heat it up evenly as much as you can, and we're going to wait for it to be nice and wobbly, so nice and soft. Okay. Once we get that, then we can fold that over and start squishing it down. So the soft pieces of the wax are going to heat up the colder pieces of the parts of the wax, and eventually it's all going to be just a homogeneous ball, which is what you want. So again, it gets a little messy at this stage, but that's fine. So eventually it's going to be nice and soft and all together, just like that. So that's nice. Very soft. Good. So, all right. So now we have that little wax ball. So, yeah, you can feel it.
Oh wow.
Pretty soft, huh? Yeah. So, yeah. So very soft. Very nice. So we're gonna take that. We can essentially take the whole thing, but it's gonna be a lot. But let's just cut out a little piece. Keep that for later, and we'll use that part. And I'll set it right in here, right? And I'm going to push it down. Now, a nice thing to do is to make sure your casts are dry, because if they're wet, you're going to have a hard time sticking the wax to the cast. So, the night before the exam, just leave them out to dry or something. Don't try to clean them the night before the exam. Just let them dry out. And you see here, I'm trying to cut it off right at the edge of the cast, right? So that's that. And I'm going to take it down just a little bit so you can see where the other teeth are. So this is kind of where we're at now. And then I'm going to get those teeth, and I'm going to start setting them from the canine all the way to the other canine. There's no need to start at the midline here because there is no midline, that's first, and you've got a bounded space. You can't really put it anywhere else. The teeth have to fit within that space, so you're going to end up with the same configuration anyway, the same arrangement. So I'm going to just set those teeth in there. You don't have to be perfectly aligned at this point. I just want them in, right? So. Go. And if we're running out of space here, then just squish it and it'll fit. Alright, and let's see, it's not perfectly aligned. That's fine. I'm going to push it out just a little bit. I'm going to push that canine back a tiny bit and just arrange them just arbitrarily now. But then I'm going to take that plate. You can see here we're pretty high up, right? You see that? Mm-hmm. So easy. Our wax is soft, so I'm just going to push all that down, right? Push all that down to the plate, pushing from right above here, right? And look at that. I'm going to pull the wax out a little bit so I can see the teeth more. Then we're going to look at that again. So, all right, so that's good. And all right, then I'm going to see how that's organized. I'm going to go back this way. Checking it on the plate again. Now we can set it back on the cast and check our relationship with the mandibular teeth. So it's not too bad. We need it to be like 2 to 3 millimeters, right? But you can still move that back and forth if you need to, right? So I think one of the keys of getting it, whoa, that's unfortunate. But if that happens, now let's try to fix it. Does anyone have super glue? Because this might happen in the test.
There's super glue in the lab.
Yeah, so let's pause this and we'll be back in a